Hi, Luke here, Tranquility based detailing. Welcome to another review. This one is for Garry Dean's Vitality Shield and Garry Dean's Juice Boost, which will come right at the end of this review. For those that don't know, Garry Dean's American brand. They are available through the UK seller called Into Detailing. I'll put a link below. Um, they are available, obviously, if you're watching this in America, wherever Americans buy detailing products. I'm sure Garry Dean will sort you out, so look him up. The product itself is a finishing product. It's a sealant, a liquid sealant. It's one that, like most sealants, likes to go on clean paint. So the instructions say shake well, make sure the product is applied to clean paint and that the paintwork has already been clayed and it's free from previous waxes or sealants of that kind as well. So done that, onwards with the review. The product that I'm using in terms of size, it retails normally in a 16 fluid ounce bottle, which for those not familiar with the fluid ounce system is 473-ish mils of product. Retails at just under, and I do mean just, 50 quid a bottle. So to put that in comparison with the other things it's against kind of on the market, it is roughly speaking double the cost. So going in, you have to really either have an understanding of what you want from it as a product, which hopefully I'll try and point out to you what it will do and what it can do. The thing to balance with this is how many cars you are going to do, how much you're going to use the product. And for me, I give a bit of a skewed opinion there because I use a lot of products for the sake of using products. When I was doing this review here, Garry Dean's got the wing, the two doors. I got then a different wax from Morph Wax on the quarter, then I had a wax from TDG on the boot lid. So that for me, as I'm using these different products, it doesn't give me the right stance to tell you that the product is something that's worth buying to keep using, because I don't do that. I tend to just use them, as I get them. With that in mind, Into Detailing have been very clever in that they've downsized pretty much all of their Garry Dean's range. They're all in these 16 fluid ounce bottles, so like I say, just under 500 mil. But they've sized them down to 50 mil samples, and they're much more reasonably priced. The samples I got here today for the pair of them were about 15, 16 quid. They're like £7, £8 a bottle, and that makes them absolutely worth trying. So if you do just want to, dip your toes into the pool of Garry Dean's products, that's a great way to start. And I'm convinced from what I tried that you probably try more of them, and certainly I'm going to try more of them. The products that I tried in this particular instance, so the Vitality Shield, applying it, removing it, everything you'd expect from a sealant, it's really, really straightforward to use. The main thing that really stood out for me in terms of that application was just how far it went. So normally you need a great deal on your applicator for sealants, but this was like that, but to the nth degree. It just spread and spread and spread. Like I said, I've only done the 3 panels on my car here, but I didn't reload the applicator once, and I'm confident with how it felt on the applicator afterwards, I could have kept going after that. So from an economy point of view, both the 50 ml sample or the full size bottle, they're going to last for an age. So again, in terms of trying to justify the 50 quid, and it's up to you to justify that, it's going to last you longer than the equivalent from, another supplier. I'm not going to put it in any direct competition with any other suppliers. You guys know what sealants are out there, but this will just go and go and go. So, in essence, if you was to say this is 500 ml bottle, I'm going to compare it to, another 500 ml bottle, this would probably be akin to using a litre of the other manufacturers. So you end up with a bit of a skewed perspective there because of how far it spreads. But spread well it did. Removal, everything you'd expect from a sealant as well. So nothing surprising there in terms of what it did. Gave it some cure time, finger swipe once it's hazed to a finish, plush cloth in this case of Carpro Boa, and just buff it off. They're so straightforward to apply and remove our sealants that really, user error shouldn't come into it. They tell you when they're ready to be removed, and they remove easy. The other thing, in terms of, again, justifying the price, Garry Dean's, they quote in the region of 12 months durability from this as a product. They do say that is in tandem with a product like Juice Boost or maybe infinite use detailing juice, that you would use a product like that as a top up. And the Juice Boost, I didn't use it in. It's actually got a couple of uses. I didn't use it in all of its uses. If you read the instructions, it says you can mist onto the panel, wipe off, and that acts as a top up for the Vitality Shield. But you can also use it in essence as a bit of a wet coat, and they're becoming quite popular at the minute. Apply it, spray it onto a wet car, pressure wash off, jobs are good, and you're done for a little while longer. So really interesting product in that you can use it in a couple of different ways. I didn't feel it added anything to the finish, the Juice Boost, but it did when I was testing with the water. For me, it looked like it bead a little bit better, and those beads ran off a little bit quicker. So I imagine it's just going to add to it in that respect. Overall, in summary of the two products, I do really like them. I think the Vitality Shield is, for me, probably the most reflective sealant I've used. I really did like the finish that it gave. It was clear crystal. It wasn't the warm type of thing that you tend to get from a wax. It was very much a sealant base type of finish, but a really reflective one that I quite liked. The touch, it was very slick. Again, you come to expect that from sealants. This one didn't disappoint. The Juice Boost didn't really add anything to either the finish or the feel, but I certainly felt it added a little bit to the water repellency. So I imagine that's the way in which it would help the Vitality Shield achieve the maximum sort of longevity. But all in all, whether you decide to go for the sample or the full-size bottle, head over to Into Detailing. If you've not had a crack with any Garry Dean's products yet, have a go. They're worth trying. They're a different sort of experience because they, although of a muchness with other sealants, wasn't quite the same. There's something a little bit different there that I was intrigued with, and I look forward to buying more products to see what the rest of them can do. Other than that, guys, that's another review in the bag. If you'd be so kind as to share, comment, like, subscribe, all of that stuff that I'm ever so grateful for, and check back again. We've got a lot of reviews in the pipeline, so if you want to subscribe, keep up to date, that's the best way to do it. But as always, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.